My name's Mari and I'm going to teach you how to play the clarinet. First, you need to buy some things. A clarinet, obviously. A case for your clarinet. A mouthpiece, reeds. I recommend, for starters, Rico number 2. A cleaner, cork grease, a tag for your case. You might want to have a teacher, but that's up to you. A music book. If you have a teacher, ask them for suggestions. And that's it. Before you start, you need to know how to assemble your clarinet. First comes this piece. It looks like a bell. Then comes this piece. For all pieces, you just shove them together nice and hard. Then comes this piece. Make sure that these two pieces right over here are lined up like that. Then comes the piece that looks like a barrel. Lastly comes your mouthpiece. Make sure the flat side of the mouthpiece lines up with these back keys. Now, take a reed. Make sure it's nice and wet. I wet mine before we started the video. And put on your clarinet. Make sure it's just below the top of your clarinet. And then put your ligature on. If there's lines on your clarinet, like here, make sure the ligature top and bottom comes in line with them. Then just twist the screws to tighten. Now you have assembled your clarinet. We are now going to work on playing and mouth. The mouth position is called embouchure. Take the barrel and mouthpiece off of your clarinet. Then put it aside. Say ooh and feel your chin. Does it look like this? Add the clarinet. Make sure your bottom lip is rolled over your bottom teeth and you're biting down. Now, I want you to blow. Blow pretty hard. It takes a lot of air to make the reed vibrate. If you hear a sound like this, you're doing it correctly. Okay, this will take lots of time. You will need practice, practice, practice. It took me about a week and a half to learn how to do it. Then, put the barrel and mouthpiece back on your clarinet. Now, put your right thumb under the thumb rest like this. And put your left hand here, or if you feel more comfortable like this, or it should be. And if it feels like the clarinet's really heavy, you can stick it between your knees. Now, all you have to do is blow. It will take more strength than before because it's a longer tube the air has to go through. The note you heard me play before was G. That's the first note every single beginner learns. There's no fingers, you're just blowing. Now comes more notes. These notes are F, E, D, and C, and lastly A, high A. For F, you start with G, but then you add the thumb and blow. Then add the first finger down for E, then the second finger for D, then the last finger for C. Now, pretend you're going to play F. Wait, no. Pretend you're going to play G. And then roll your finger up so it hits this key right there. And blow. Those are the first basic notes. This is what they look like on a staff. That right there is C. That's D. That's E. That's F. That's G. And that's A. These are extra notes that take lots of practice to master, and you'll want to practice first before you get to them. Now we're going to work on tonguing. To tongue, just play the note normally, but touch the tip of your tongue to the tip of your reed. Practice and practice tonguing on G, and this is what it should sound like. If you hear it like too choppy, try not to put as much tongue on the reed. Now that you know the basics, you need to practice, practice, practice. It's the only way you're going to get good. practice, you should work on a warm-up. Ask your teacher for one, or if you don't have a teacher, just play C through A. Then play stuff from your book or sheet music given by your teacher or band or orchestra director. You should try to practice 3 to 7 times a week. If you practice, you will be so much better than if you don't. By even before a year, you'll be able to play higher notes, higher than, A, and lower than C. If you're interested and you think you're good enough, you can try to join band or orchestra. These are really fun activities that I'm in band and I really enjoy it. Remember to practice and just do your best and you'll be better in no time.